What is going on, YouTube viewers and subs? Jay Civil from SNNTEC, and today I'm coming at you with a top 5 unanswered questions about the PlayStation 4. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I recently seen a video from PlayStation Active about the top 20 things you don't know about the PlayStation 4. And these 5 questions arose in my head. So let's get started. And I already know that a few fanboys of the PlayStation or the Xbox is gonna kind of go back and forth, but just hear me out and think about it logically before y'all come at each other's heads. Now anyway, the first question I would like to know, and I kind of researched this and I'm not getting a definite answer, is will HDCP, which is high definition copyright protection, block external capture devices? Now if you're a viewer on my channel, most of you know that I use an Elgato Game Capture HD, and this is a very high-end capture card for me. I love using it. It goes great with PC and Mac, so it's not just PC software, and it comes built in with live commentary, which is pretty much one of the first capture cards to do so, built into the software. So saves you a hassle, none of that Audacity Track 2 program, sound clapping to that sound to do the audio matching. It's a time saver. And now they have built-in live streaming to YouTube. It just works really good. You get what I mean? So will PlayStation 4 has HDCP? Because I know on the PS3 you can't use the HDMI cable to record. You have to use a S video, I believe, or S slot. So that's what I would like to know. So when you use that, you have to use component cables with the PS3 as opposed to HDMI, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not getting any definite answer, and that's the very first question. If anybody knows the answer to this, which I could be wrong about this question, it could be answered, just let me know in the comment section below and tell me blah blah blah, or throw in your thoughts and opinions on that matter. Question number 2, cross game chat. Now this is the biggest mystery of all, because I googled the living hell out of this. I binged it, I Yahoo searched it, I did all type of search engines, even on YouTube itself. Right now everybody's giving PlayStation 4 praise because, oh yeah, we're gonna have cross game chat. But what the hell exactly is cross game chat? Like, how's it going to work? Like, I'm trying to figure out, is it gonna be similar to the party chat and Xbox Live? Because if it is, that's great. That's what PlayStation definitely needs, and that's what's gonna make me a PS4, like, it's gonna keep me more into the PS4, and as opposed to just switching over to the Xbox One immediately. But if it's not done in a Xbox manner, then that's a huge deal breaker to me, because I use that party chat a lot. And yes, I am a gamer like most of you, but trust me, man, I have a lot of personal friends that I know, and not all of us have the same games. And to be able to talk to each other what's going on out in the world and just have that party chat, some of us play Call of Duty, some of us play Marvel, some of us play sports games, 2K. It just makes it much more interactive and I guess more social, like the newer interface on a PlayStation 4 is really highlighting. So I'm pleased if anybody has any information or a video to show exactly how the game chat works, and not that video with the guy playing Killzone and the guy on the dashboard working. I'm not talking about, all right, I'm on the dashboard, he's in Killzone, and we can simply connect like in a private chat manner, because private chat is nothing new. I'm talking about party chat, at least 8 or more players chatting with each other on different games, and one is on a dashboard, one is in Uno, another guy's in Twitch, another guy's in Netflix, and we can all just party chat. Yes, that's what I need. If PlayStation 4 does not have that, I'm sorry, PS fans, that is a huge deal breaker to me. Once again, if you know any information about it, write it in the comment section below. I am very curious to know. My third question: how good is the in-console capture cards? Alright, now this is a very huge, important question, because let's go back to Elgato. When Elgato first came out, it was capable of only 720p, but that's fine, because most games are made in 720p anyway. None of them has 1080p resolution, and I would like to know the quality, like the bit rate that it records at. I mean, I think for the Elgato and for the Hedgehog, I think it's like 15 megabits per second. Obviously, the more megabits of information you push into the video quality, the higher quality video you're gonna get, right? Well, these in-game consoles capture devices be capped at a certain cap, because a lot is going to be going on with the interface and the graphics going on in the gaming, the online connectivity, everything going on. Like, how will that work? Plus you have a 500 gig hard drive? Will the console be able to handle everything that's going on with the suspend mode and all the activities going on? Will the processor be able to handle it and also record at a high quality bit rate? You get what I mean? Like, that's not explained. It's an unanswered question. It's something that's not elaborated on. It's no detail. There's nothing I can find on this information. I mean, I guess I'll find out once I get the console in my hand. Yes, that's cool, but I'm not getting any information on this. You get what I mean? What I'm getting is more marketing terms, things to sell me on a PlayStation, but without giving me, a lot of detail on specifics. But, that's all fine. I guess I'll find it out once I get my hands on the device itself. Now, here's a huge question, right? Now, this, you may consider me an Xbox fanboy, which I'm clearly not, because as I've told anyone from my previous, Xbox versus PlayStation rant, that I'm predominantly a 360 player right now because of the online and the interface of the Xbox. But right now, I've ordered the PS4 first, so I'm going to get the Xbox One a little later on. Anyhow, will the PSN, the PlayStation Network Online Quality, be just as good as Xbox Live from the start? Or, since they're charging, I believe, $50 for PlayStation Plus, will it take some time for that revenue to build up, for them to start investing more money into their servers to be just as good as Xbox Live? You get what I mean? I mean, it's like more of a later down the line investment, or will it be top-notch quality off the jump? Because Xbox One is highlighting, hey, we have over 300,000 servers. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that translates into for end-user consumers such as myself, but it's sounding like their service is going to get even better, and maybe developers can pay for dedicated servers as opposed to providing a dedicated server out of their own pocket. Maybe they can pay Microsoft a cheaper premium to have a dedicated server, because Lord knows Call of Duty really needs that, But that's a whole nother story with Call of Duty and their online servers. Like I said, Xbox is toting 300,000 servers, and with PlayStation paid subscription being forced on us with the multiplayer, will that guarantee us top-notch online quality? You get what I'm saying? Less lag and more dependability with online is concerned. That's a question that I would like to have answered, and if so, I'll be in it for the PlayStation 4 in the long haul. But we shall see. And the fifth and final question that I would like to know. Now, I already know last generation, everybody with the Xbox went to the Red Ring debacle, and then the PlayStation fanboys had a field day, especially during debates, like, oh, we don't want that trash Xbox. You guys get these red rings on, I'll have my PS4. Whatever. Anyhow, will Sony have a strong warranty plan to back up in case of hardware failures? That's very important for a consumer like you and I. You just never know, We look at the PlayStation 4 and it looks very nice, unique, and sleek, right? Well, is the ventilation system on point? We don't know this. You get what I mean? It's not they're gonna sit there and break it down, or we have any experience with the hardware. Just in case of hardware failures, will Sony have a strong hardware plan to back it up? And I say this because back during the PS2, right? This is where Sony really got me, and the company really pissed me off, right? I ordered the hard drive back in the PS2. That's when Final Fantasy 11 was first coming out, and they offered the 40 gig hard drive, and I was like, wow, Final Fantasy 11, MMO, this and that. So it kind of caught me. The idea grasped me, and I was really into it. And then shortly after, there was only a few games like what's that, Resident Evil Outbreak. I don't know, very few people remember Resident Evil Outbreak. Very classic game. I love the concept of it, but the game didn't do quite too well, and I would actually love to see a remake of that game. But once after a while, they stopped supporting that hard drive, and at the time I'm a little kid, I couldn't afford to put a credit card to play MMO. So I tried to return it at the time to Best Buy. They denied me, whatever. And I tried. What something happened with the hard drive where I asked Sony a question, and they no longer supported the hard drive. There was no other video games coming out that support that hard drive. And it was just basically a gigantic 40 gig memory card that I spent $100 for, which is my birthday money. And that really hurt me at the time, since nothing was really supported. So I kind of wanted my money back. And they told me, no, we don't support this product anymore. I was like, well, can I get a refund? They was like, sorry, that's just your loss. You're going to have to just take that L for us. Yeah, thanks for the $100 though. Anyhow, like I said, in case of hardware failure, will Sony give us support like how Microsoft did in the 360 days? Now, I'm not saying that I want this to happen, but like I said, when a product is manufactured and mass produced and it is not properly tested, because you and I would never know if they properly test the hardware on this thing, will they back it up by giving us a nice consumer warranty? Will they replace the device without hassle or fuss? Anyhow, those are my top 5 unanswered questions. If you have an unanswered question that that you conjure up yourself, write a comment in the comment section below. Let me know. If you have any answer to my unanswered questions, please also write a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. This is Jay Silver from SNNTEC, and I'm out, y'all. Later.